Hello! So this is different. We're gonna play Undertale Yellow today. I will do Undertale Red and Yellow for the next upload. You can count on that. I finally got past El Balador, who I've been struggling on for like days, weeks actually. This is kind of embarrassing to admit. But I finally got past him with the use of a save editor. And now we're in the Wild East. And I thought, maybe it's time for a change of content. See how the algorithm treats this one. So, let's play. Also, let me just say that I love Martlet. She's my favorite Undertale Yellow character. Like, Starlo is interesting, but Martlet is objectively the best. She's just so precious and I want to hug her. Are you prepared for my embarrassing, Western accent? Are they a human? Well, I won't say no. I knew it. There ain't no doubt in my mind that this kid is a real living authentic human. Sorry about this. I gotta seize this once in a lifetime opportunity. Ed, fetch me that kid. Sure thing. Oh, the little squeak sound. Wait, what are you doing with Clover? Ah, Clover, is it? That's a mighty fun name. To answer your question, Feathers, Clover and I got a town to run. Don't Feathers me. You're speaking to Martlet of the Royal Guard. I can and will report you to King Asgore for this abrasive behavior. You're Royal Guard? That's funny, because I don't see anything to indicate that. No armor, weapon, badge? I left it all at my post in Snowden. Please, don't bother trying to fool us. He's right. I am truly sorry about this, I really am. But business is business. Together, we'll be the Feisty Six. The alliteration. Just Clover, I can't go up against these guys. Don't worry, I'll figure this out. Just use determination, ascend to your zenith form, maybe die, and then there, problem solved. Star, should we be doing this? Port Martlet is upset. Don't be a buzzkill, Moray. When's the last time something exciting happened around here? You've got a point. This town's full of excitement, especially now. Let's go, bud. Oh, and Feathers? Welcome to the Wild East. I seriously thought that they were gonna take Clover to the capital. This little fella reared is Clover. Hey, Star. What the heck are you doing bringing a human in here? Zeroba, hush. Now I know what you're all thinking, but trust me, Clover here ain't no greenhorn? But Clover's soul is yellow. Maybe this is just some Western lingo. I'm not familiar with this. But trust me, Clover here ain't no greenhorn. They know what they're doing. Just look at that hat. Actually, this could be fun. Dinah, hit me. Whoop. Alright, no more heckling from the crowd. Ahem. Ladies and gentlemen, as Sarupa said, Clover is a human. Ooh, human meat. I know, exciting stuff, a real honor. Now, I would let Clover tell you all about their life, but I've been studying it up. I'm a bit of a human expert if you didn't know. Oh great, here we go. Oh, that's right. So that's why Starlo isn't hostile towards Clover, because he likes human culture. Here we go indeed. Did you know that humans use monsters for transportation? Well, I mean, that's kind of true, because if I'm not wrong, Clover uses the mill whale to get around. Ooh, it's true. Large, four-legged monsters. Oh, horses. They put a seat on top of it and everything. They're called horses, Star. Oh, so you know one of them personally? That's quite impressive. Did you also know that humans are fireproof? When they're feeling accomplished, they ride monsters straight into a huge fiery sphere. So the monsters burn, right? Most monsters aren't fireproof. Star, are you saying my friend Horses was killed by a fiery spear? No, well, I'm not quite sure. What? Oh, that's Clover. Did the monsters die? What do I tell him? What do I tell him? I don't know. Okay, so let's look at this realistically. I don't know exactly what fiery sphere Starlo was talking about, but well, he's obviously talking about a movie, so no? See? Everyone's fireproof. Anyways, did you know that? Look, Star, you don't need to keep this up. Because it's all true, every word. Ha, I knew it. I'm pretty darn good, aren't I? You're the best. Yeah, the only sheriff for me. Haha. Well, I reckon we're done here. Y'all can go back to your daily lives for now. As for you, Clover, it's about time you see what this town has to offer. I would give you a personal tour, but if there's one thing you have where you come from, it's freedom. Take your time exploring, talk to the townsfolk, and enjoy yourself. I'll be waiting here for you. Give me a shot when you're ready to start training. Oh jeez. Starlo is kind of unhinged. He has Clover do a trolley prop him if I'm not wrong. Starlo would be a horrible parent. Yeah, I'm not really interested in like going around exploring, talking to people, because that's just unnecessary time wasted. What's the male whale doing here? You're Clover, am I right? Your name has come up once or twice. You look confused. Oh right, I'm not rhyming. Yeah, that's just a company policy. It gets a little tiresome sometimes. But other than that, I have no complaints. It's a great job, wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm a little worried though. These days, those fancy cell phones are all the rage. I don't know how long the mail service will... Oh me, oh my break's come to an end. See you next time, there's letters to send. Whoop. This game is so silly. I may have mentioned this before, but I really love how the devs of Undertale Yellow really make Clover, his personality stand out. Like even if Clover is the silent protagonist, you can still gauge his personality. He's a cute little goofball. You can just tell. Even in the general route, you can tell how he thinks. Even if it's less goofy. So I really like that. Okay, so do I just go to Starlo and start the torture? Training? How do I get up here? So just a stage ready for performance. Too bad there aren't any gigs today. Do I? Everyone is wrapped up in conversation. Quite the popular spot. How do I get back up there? What? Okay, so I have to... Oh my goodness. North Star is the coolest. One time a construction team was demolishing and building a new home. But uh-oh, an infant was in the way of the building as it came crashing down. Suddenly, North Star appeared and wound his lasso up. He wrangled that skyscraper without breaking a sweat. Yeehaw, yeehaw. For saving his life, the building gave North Star 1 million G. True story, true story. Is that a true story? Well, considering that he has 400 G to give the blackjack for giving a child a gun, then probably true. So, might have some dialogue later to verify that, maybe. What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. My life's a wreck. Wasted, woeful, washed up. I was supposed to make it big. Do you mean you were gonna be a big shot? Now's your time to be a big shot! Stanton reference. I was gonna be a big time producer. Oh, Burger Pants? You know, show business. I couldn't tell you where it went wrong. I studied hard, I graduated middle school. What else do you need? Maybe a high school diploma, if monsters do that. Snuck my way into gig booking at a joint in Hotland with potential in my eyes. One day this robot fella rolled up to me and asked if I ever produced an artist. Now I'm a great producer, make hot beats on my computer every weekend. I had the talent, but I lacked the vision. I told that one-wheel television they wouldn't make it in the industry. What an idiot I was. They soon garnered a following and totally exploded. Not literally, maybe. Look kid, I'll tell you this. Sometimes it's like we don't control our lives. Fate has a cruel way of teaching us lessons. Have a little foresight and try not to grow arrogant like I did. Don't you forget that. Whether the devs intended it or not, this is very symbolism packed. Like I don't think they go into the whole existential crisis of control, but this is definitely a nod to it. Also Spamton reference. Undertale Yellow came out in 2023. Deltarune Chapter 2 came out in 2021, I believe. So it's totally possible that they made some Spamton references. I mean, with Mo and all, and this. Do I have to talk to everyone before? What? You're leaving me here in a bar? You're gonna be a horrible parent if you ever are. Okay, get me out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. Suroba, please don't take my soul. Not yet. You there, human. You okay? Not really, because I am being left in bars and am around dangerous people who are drunk. Like you. About what I expected. I apologize for Star's antics. That's a little bit more than antics. He's really into human culture and whatnot. You show up here and he flips out. I mean, it is quite unbelievable. A few humans have wandered into the underground before, but they never set foot on these sands. All that to say, I'm glad you did. My name is Suroba. I'm a friend of Star's, but not part of his posse. They're a bit too rowdy for my taste. May I ask your name? Clover. Welcome to the underground, Clover. Your attire is surprising, I must say, but I won't press you on the matter. I'm afraid Star is going to drag you into his activities for a while. You must have places to go, correct? The castle, the barrier. You probably want to go home. If I'm being honest, I haven't seen Star this ecstatic in some time. Maybe you should entertain him a bit. Roll with his punches. I'll see what I can do about allowing you to leave. I know of a safe path to Hotland through the... I'm getting ahead of myself. Talk to you later, Clover. It was nice to meet you. I don't want to hang around here. Aw, he has a little hat. Howdy. Gee, seems like my greeting has found its home. Like the hat? It's a disguise. You're not gonna be very disguised with a hat. I mean, you're a flower. That's pretty unusual. This area is pretty populated, so I picked this thing up to be safe. You being separated from Martla is pretty lucky, but I hope the Star guy doesn't hold you here for long. I may have to intervene if he does. What does that mean? That sounds very vaguely threatening. I'm afraid of you all. If I were a child and I was dropped into this situation, I'd be deathly afraid. Because you're all out to get me. Not to mention Suroba's trying to get Clover's soul. Oh, Suroba's gone. She's in jail? Clover, I knew I could count on you. So, me getting out of here. Any luck? No, sorry. Soon. Let's hope. Thanks for being positive. This is super ridiculous. Anyway, that Sheriff North Star, was it? What a jerk. I tried to fight for you, I really did. It didn't seem like it. His hooligans were too strong and tossed me in here. Knowing that, I don't think force will do much good. Oh, you mean after Starlo took me inside the dangerous bar? There's gotta be a level-headed monster around here. I don't think so. One that knows this is unjust and will free me. When that time comes, Who am I kidding? I couldn't press charges on anything. I talk big, but we're cornered. Asgore or another guard finding out about you would be the end. Well, North Star seems pretty enthusiastic about all this. Maybe by playing along you can gain his favor and set me free. I don't know, just play it cool for now. I'll be here. What a day. What a day indeed. We'll make it through this, Clover, I know it. You gotta get me out of here, kid. I have a family, hopes, dreams, TV programs I missed. I didn't do nothing bad, I swear. Well, unlike Martlet, you seem like you're in here for a pretty good reason, so no. Clover, just use your gun. What kind of ammo do you have? Oh, that's not gonna do much. But I mean, you want a free Martlet, don't you? So just use the gun and shoot down the door. Doesn't matter if it's rubber. I'm doing a pacifist run because no way am I doing neutral. The Flowey fight genuinely scares me. Like even more than the vanilla game Flowey fight. That's just horrifying, dude. I wasn't lying about being close to an exit earlier. I just didn't expect all of this. On the bright side, you may be able to obtain some gear upgrades here. This roadblock isn't totally pointless, haha. Well, I need 400G to do that. And Stahl's gonna pay it, so we need to find him. On that note, where is he? You can't just tell me to come give you a holler and then disappear. Oh my goodness. Wait, was he there the entire time? I'd have to go back and look at the footage, but I'm pretty sure I did not miss him. Because I would have seen him. Are you ready to begin? Yes. Did you talk to the townsfolk, explore every nook and cranny? You're gonna need to if you want to be a good deputy. That's right, kid. I'm heavily considering you for my coveted sidekick position. Now, don't get too high and mighty just yet. To be a deputy, you gotta know how to wrangle the horses. Me and my posse are gonna show you how it's done around here. I wouldn't drag anyone off the road and give them special treatment. You'll have to prove your gunslinging skills to me. That being said, let's go meet up with the others. I'm not sure I can do much with rubber ammo. What is this goofy odd music? Alright everyone, come here. What you want, boss? Ooh, are we gonna begin training with Clover? Precisely, Moray. I thought we'd start with a classic game that involves pacing. Oh. The trolley problem is gonna be priceless to watch. You mean what I see you doing every night outside the house? Back and forth, whispering to yourself? What? I don't do that. Some monsters have unique ways of getting their thoughts out. Other monsters. Not me. Ahem. Can anyone correctly guess what game I'm hitting at? Oh, I know. Yes, Mooch. A duel. Bingo. Oh, jeez. Not a duel. Mission 1. Duel. Dual. No, this is all wrong. Yeah, you can't challenge a child to a duel. That's a child. Even if the child has a gun, it can handle it. Doesn't mean you should do that. Clover doesn't look right. Look at their hat. It's tattered and practically decomposing. And that iron in their holster. What kind of pea shooter is that? Cool it, Ace. I'm sure they tried their best. No, Ace has a point. What kind of host am I if I don't spoil you with gifts? To the weapon store. Dressed to impress. Wait, what? Did I read that right? Is that a Roblox reference? Now for the famous scene. I was just gonna ask you to sell a gun to this child. Heh, of course. Old Blackjack doesn't like doing business with me. I often borrow his wares and break or lose them. Open up, Blackjack. Don't make me use force. I make the law, so I can't legally shoot down your doors. Get off my property, North Star. I told you I wouldn't even sell you a gumball. Oh, come on, partner. I don't even know what a gumball is. And those last transactions were ages ago. I'm a changed monster. You lost one of my premium revolvers last week, frolicking in your sandstorm and whatnot. Look, I promise this is a different scenario, Jack. I won't even step inside. You can meet me out here. Don't worry, Clover. He's coming. Make it speedy. Of course, sir. I was just gonna ask you to sell a gun to this child. I worded that poorly. Hold on. This ain't a child, you see, I was joking. They're just a very small but very tough monster. I'll give you 400G. Well... Well, why didn't you jump in with that, kind patron? Come inside with me and I'll fetch the paperwork. See, I had it under control. Wait out here, Clover. What's going on in there? That's not paperwork. Done and done. Can I get a yeehaw? Yay! Right, moving along. Was Clover just silent? Let's see what you got. Take this trusty 6-shooter as a gift from me. You got a wild revolver. Carefully aim at the dummy and take your shot. Don't worry, it ain't alive or nothing. Smells like lead and burlap. So I have no choice but to shoot it. I can only imagine how that would go, cause like the dummy is pretty far away from the fence. Dummy, how's your day? Clover, you don't have to talk to it, just shoot it. Hey dummy, what do you like? Clover, shoot it. Hey dummy! Clover! You attempt to speak to the dummy. North Star is confused. Clover, what are you doing? Actually that's good. Intimidation of your opponent can decrease their focus. Good thinking, Clover. The dummy does nothing. What if I keep on talking to it? You intimidate the dummy more, it does nothing. Let's practice your shooting now. Nice shooting. I'd say you're a natural. I'm impressed, kid. Well, you definitely passed this perp training. I gotta go tell Saroba about this. She's a big doubter when it comes to you. Let's ride on. Saroba, guess what just happened? You locked up another royal guard against their will? Hey! Others was a serious roadblock to all this. It's only a temporary solution. I don't feel right doing it, I swear. I'm just giving you a hard time. Or you could say a bad time. What did you want to tell me? Oh, well, Clover just passed their first round of training. They are quite the sharpshooter, almost as good as me. Really, a child? Now, don't disrespect the kid. Clover can hold their own and then some. I know, I'm just very impressed. The child can shoot a gun? That's something to be worried about. Oh, hey, almost forgot about the hat. I have a spare somewhere in my house. Clover, wait here while I fetch it. Maybe while they wait, you should get to know them. Should be fun, right? Sure. Sounds good. Be right back, partner. Starla, don't leave me here. Tell me truly, are you into all this? Nah. Sorry the star's dragging you around so much then. This whole thing is like a dream to him. It's kinda goofy, but it is nice to see someone so passionate. However, passion can go too far. You wouldn't believe how much his parents talked to me about it. Really kind folks who own a farm up north. It's actually very lush there, if you can believe it. And the corn they grow, so good. They used to give my husband Shujin baskets full every other week. Anyway, I trailed off. Where was I? I'm back. Turns out I had one just your size and the same color. It's like destiny or something. Here. You got a nice hat. Wow. I couldn't even tell it changed if I were standing from afar. Looks great. What do you think, Suruba? It's nice, isn't it? Well, I'd say this mission was a great success. Go on and take a break, Clover. I'll be waiting for you. What do you mean? The only thing I struggled with is trying to figure out how to shoot the gun. Giddy up, partner. This town has plenty to see. I don't want to see anything. I want to get out of here. I'll go visit Marlet. Where'd the other guy go? I thought he was a bad guy. Oh, hey. I'm in here to give Marlet some food, that's all. It isn't mealtime, but I thought she would enjoy something. So, you don't need to worry about her. I'll make sure she's treated as well as one in jail can be. This is for the best. What do you mean? This is the human equivalent of locking up a police officer in their own jail. It's so boring in here. Could they at least give me something to do? All I have is brainstorming puzzle ideas in my head. I recently had an idea for a third molten rock puzzle, so that's fun. Okay, it isn't fun. What is interesting is the noise I heard a little while ago. I heard a loud snap, which woke me from a nap. Before I realized what had happened, the other prisoner was gone. I tried to talk to them when I first arrived, but got no answers. So now, not only am I in jail, I have no cellmate to talk to. All in all, this day is going fantastic for me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. By the way, I'm aware of this Moray character. So far they seem nice, so I'm gonna roll with it. Ahem, no thanks, Clover, I have food. She's so cute! I wanna give her a big hug. Howdy howdy, Clover. Ready for round 2? Yes. Group up, everyone. Getting a bit of deja vu here. As you should, buddy. Thanks to Ace's keen eye for fashion, we took a little detour. Great job there. Thank you, Star. Clover looks much better now. I agree, Clover's looking like a real wrangler. For sure. That new gun is awfully shiny. I had to shake Mr. Blackjack down for it. I was real though, too. Put old Jack in his place, I did. Sure. You could have sent me in to get it. You know I'm the best negotiator. We might bend the rules a bit, but we ain't bandits. Totally. Let's get to the mission already. Right you are, Ed. What other mission would it be than the one we skipped before? Get ready, Clover. No, please, not a duel. No, 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 no. I will not stand for child endangerment. It's time for us to duel. You mean duel? That's what I said. No, you pronounced it with an ooh sound instead of a ooh sound. Boss, have you been slipping cowboy grammar class? Duel, duel, who cares? Tomato, potato, and all that. Y'all need to quit interrupting me so often. Upsets my frontiers in. Where was I? Oh yeah, it's time to participate in a carefully timed shooting competition. Mooch, provide Clover with the designated tool. Here's a BB gun for the duel. I'll take that 6-shooter off your hands for now. Mooch, bring the gun here. That's what I was gonna do, Moray. Get off my back, will ya? Alright, it's finally time to go head to head. Wait, what is it, Ace? What could possibly be so pressing to interrupt this mission again? You forgot the safety glasses. Gee, boss, you could hurt Clover. That's what I'm saying! Child endangerment peak right here. Right. I take responsibility and apologize for the oversight. Bring the glasses here. I want the pair of the blue flames. He's such a child. Red flames clash with my uniform. Here. Now we're in business. Alrighty, Clover. Wait, doesn't he already have glasses under his hat? So he's wearing glasses on top of glasses. We're gonna take 10 paces and turn to face each other. When you hear the draw sound, grab your gun and shoot me as fast as you can. With the rubber ammo, right? Here we go. Wait, so I did this. What? Too bad. Let's try one more time. Holy. What?